Hey. Grab your mic. Long time no see.
We went to Disney.
We've been at Disney the last like 3 or 4 months. That's where we've been. Okay, this
Hanging
is
out with Mickey.
a little awkward. It's like we're on a first date again.
Did we ever have a first date?
Disney.
Last week.
So we just got back from Disney. We have been gone. We just don't do it. It's one of those things we just don't do. And if we feel like we don't have much to talk about, we just don't do it because we really feel like y'all don't care to hear us just talk. So,
And our lives are pretty boring.
yeah, we do the same thing. Our serial killers are watching right now.
Same routine every day. Blah, 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 blah. But springtime is here.
And we just did yard work. What, we mowed the grass and did everything this past Wednesday.
And so we will weed and feed this week.
Yep. We're laying our grass and getting it. We have like some of the nicest grass ever. I am like that dad that stands there in his underwear with his arms crossed looking at his yard. I water it. I take care of it. It's my baby.
Yep.
So springtime's here. But anyway, this episode is all about Disney.
Can you guess who my favorite princess is? Belle.
She's my favorite princess too, but for other reasons. Anyway.
Beauty and the
So we went to Disney World. This was our family vacation this year.
Yep.
And
we went to Hollywood Studios for the Star Wars experience. We met Darth Vader.
And we already know y'all all know this because if you're watching this, you're our friends on Facebook. We were also Darth Vader and Princess Leia for Halloween. Okay. Come on now. They don't want to hear you breathe for 38
I'm
minutes.
being Darth Vader.
Well, yeah. That was great for the first 5 seconds. So we went to Hollywood Studios specifically for me. It used to be, I don't know what it used to be called. I call it MKG, but that's like Machine Gun Kelly.
MGM.
That's what it was. The first time I ever went was MGM. I don't know what that stood for. Stands for something, but I don't know.
So I'm sure Stan knows.
This was the first thing. I think he knows everything.
He knows everything about everything. About everything.
So this was the first time I've been back to Disney. Well, Mom said we went again when I was older, but I do not remember that whatsoever. And then she got to questioning herself if she really remembered it right or not. Because I would feel like I would remember the older time I was when we went. So anyway, but this was the first time I had been back. We're going to say since I was 9. Like 9 or almost 10 maybe. Almost 9 or 10. And this was the first time she's been back since 1987.
Since Leah. The first time I went to Disney, I think I was like in elementary school. And so I didn't have anybody to ride rides and stuff with. We went with a group, like a church group of people on a bus, and either there were teenagers or little kids, so there was nobody my age to really ride. So, I mean, I rode all the kiddie rides with my little cousins, who aren't so little anymore. And then we went back later on. I think I was maybe 20. And again, I didn't really ride a lot of rides. So, then I went back again when my kids were little. I think Leah was in 1st grade. So Aiden would have been in 3rd grade maybe. And again, I didn't ride any rides then because Aiden and his dad rode all the rides and Leah was too scared to ride the rides. So we rode, I don't know, the Carousel of Disney or something like that, where it goes through the times, the decades. Yeah. like 5 times. So guess what? I made her ride again. It was good. She really liked it. So I got to ride rides this time.
Yeah, so it was fun for me to go back because when I was growing up, probably even when you were growing up too, but I feel like more so when I was growing up, it was the type you had a video camera, everything you did recorded every moment. So like that Disney trip that we went on, the one that I was talking about, we have a video, we have a DVD of it of the whole trip, and so
It's not a DVD. She calls it a DVD, but it's a little VHS cassette. It's not a DVD. Anyway, go ahead.
it is a DVD.
I don't think it's a
It's a
DVD.
circle thing that you push in the player.
But how did you get it a DVD when it's a cassette?
Those are Memo stuff. That's
Oh.
the Franklin videos of like Memo when I was like 5. We actually have a DVD of us at Disney.
Okay, sorry, I stand corrected.
So anyway, so I remember just through those videos, and then to go back and be an adult. Well, when I went, sorry, I say all this to say when I went that first time, there wasn't the Star Wars land. And so like growing up, I was Star Wars, had all the characters, all the ships, everything.
And her parents threw it away.
Don't say stuff like that. So anyway, I didn't get to experience that when I was like Star Wars keen. And I still am Star Wars everything. But anyway, so it was fun to go back as an adult and get to see the Star Wars. I was blown away with the Star Wars stuff and the Star Wars side. It was awesome.
So good.
It was awesome. So that 2 years ago, we went to Universal for them for Harry Potter. And then this year we went for me for Star Wars. And then we ended up doing 1 day at Hollywood Studios and 2 days at Magic Kingdom. And I don't ride roller coasters. I don't like roller coasters.
There's not a lot of roller coasters
No.
in Magic Kingdom.
I rode just about everything that they rode other than I didn't ride Tron. But they said that I could have done it.
Yeah, because you just don't like the steep
I
hills.
don't get sick or anything. I
But
don't
it was
I don't like the drops. It makes me feel like I would rather die.
I
but-
wanted Tron to last longer.
Well, it
didn't.
probably was long, but y'all were going like 70 miles an hour, so
was
it like
so
went fast.
But it was good. No, it was over like that. Like we stood in line for like 80 minutes. and
So
it was over. in
anyway, we
60
went
seconds.
to Disney World, rode rides. The first time we've been back, both of us, in years.
We drank
You,
blue milk.
yeah, Blue Milk. If you know
Insert
anything about
photo.
Star Wars, Blue Milk is huge.
It was so good.
It was so
So
good. We met Darth Vader. They had these little, like, it was like this big. It was like this big, and it was BB-8 cups. Like,
Mhm.
as you could get the BB-8. If y'all don't know Star Wars, I feel like I'm just talking to nobody. But I'm going to just show all this stuff. So, anyway, went to
Did we
Disney.
go get it?
No, it's all right. It's okay. Okay. So, the big thing about Disney is everybody wears Mickey ears. Everybody who is everybody at the dang park has Mickey ears.
Except for
I didn't want Mickey ears. I don't
She's
like
too
Mickey.
cool.
I'm
It
not
doesn't
too
matter.
cool.
She's too cool.
I'm not too
She
cool.
couldn't participate. She couldn't go with the flow.
I am one actually never to go with the flow.
No.
I am who I am no matter what the flow is.
She walks to the beat of her own drum.
Yeah. So I really don't like Mickey. We didn't grow up on Mickey. And so like everybody goes for Mickey Mouse. And so I really had a hard time even buying this shirt because it had Mickey on it. But I did want something. And then the first time I washed it, he turned red. He was white.
He's embarrassed.
He got embarrassed. I don't like Mickey. So,
She's fake wearing me.
but I don't like girly stuff. It's just my opinion. And
They
so,
had boy stuff.
no, these ears look girly. All the ears look girly. Even
Dads
this,
wear 'em.
who?
Dads.
I'm not a dad, so there's my excuse. But anyway, so her and Leah got their little ears, and they walked around. I mean, everybody had them.
Leah got Nightmare Before Christmas ears.
She loves Nightmare Before Christmas. But-
Jack and Sally.
And then they bought pins, and
Mm-hmm.
like when we were growing up, I was telling Amy, I was like, I feel like the significance of what pins are now. What did I say it was? We used to get magnets and like stickers and stuff, like magnets for your fridge to put your pictures in and stuff. But now in all those stores, it's the pins.
Mm-hmm.
And so they went galore on these pins.
It was so fun.
So, oh, I gotta tell y'all a funny story. So one day, I don't like to shop either, and so we're at Disney, three adults. They go in every store looking for pins, trading pins, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna do Disney out here. So they're finding their pins, and I go to stand outside because I'm just going to people watch at Disney World. Well, this little girl comes up to me, and I'm standing there, got my cutout on, got my hat on, and I'm just like looking around, and this little girl comes up to me, and I'm standing up, but she's like all leaned into me like this, just like looking with the crowd with me, and so I just kind of have my hands like this, like, what are you doing? And then her mom comes walking up, running up, and goes, "Oh, no, sweetie, that's not your dad." And the little girl looks up at me, and she goes, then the mom realized I was a girl and not a man. And the mom goes, "Oh, or did you think that was your mom?" And the little girl looks at me, and she goes, "No, I thought it was dad." And the mom was like, "I am so sorry." I was like, "It is okay." So then they walk away, and then here comes the dad. And then the mom, like, I was more embarrassed that she stopped and was pointing at me, telling the man the story right in front of my face. And I was like, okay. So then I went back into them with the pins and just followed them around like a little lost dog. But that was funny. That was something funny that happened.
Well, then comes the night.
Well, we're so excited because we're older, like we get to do a parade, and it's just not like
we don't have to worry about
kids
crying. We have to worry about being attacked by all the bubbles, but it is what it is.
Like, we just get to enjoy it. We're three adults, and we're here for like Disney.
5 years old mentally at this point. And so we would go in the morning and then leave at lunchtime, go let the dogs out, take them for a walk, spend time, get them all tired where they'll sleep again.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
And so then I think there's going to be a parade. Like last time I was at Disney, there was a parade at night, followed by a light show with the castle and fireworks. So we think, okay, well, we'll go. When we get back, we'll go ride a couple more things. Then
we all wanted a specific snack.
Yeah, so we all dispersed to get our
snacks from what we wanted.
And right at I was at the ice cream shop, so I thought, well, there's a spot right here at the ice cream shop. I'll sit, or Leah found a spot right outside that, so she's holding spots, thinking that the parade's going to come this way. So we're there, and, we're there like an hour before the parade starts, just to make sure that we have a good spot.
There's people beside us, like Amy's like, she's holding her seat, holding her seat.
Like I was adamant. Nope, sorry, my family's sitting here. And we were like the only people, maybe 10 more people.
No, there was a bunch of people saving seats.
I'm talking about they couldn't understand me.
Oh, yeah, we were like in the 10 percentile of who spoke English there. And I'm saying, like, they looked English, but they did not speak English.
No, they didn't.
And
so I'm like, I'm my family's, and they're like, huh? And I'm like, oh, no. So I just had to, anyway. So I was shocked at the amount of people that spoke different languages there. Like, it is really
diverse.
Yes. It was great.
Yeah.
But,
so I come now. I've got my snack. Come and sit with, or Leah's gone now. I'm sitting with Amy eating my snack. And I'm like, how did you get, like, the parade is going to come right by us. I'm like we are right here. And Amy's like, I got lucky. And the lady beside us was like, yeah, we're lucky. And we were like, oh, and so whatever. So then everybody starts filling in the streets. And Leah's like, this can't be right.
How's the parade?
The parade can't come through. And I looked at Amy and said, the parade must not come through here. So then that lady that was beside me gets a phone call. And I look at Amy and I'm like, well, she just left. And Amy's like, yeah, I guess she was going to meet somebody else. So then it starts, this parade.
There was no parade. It was just the light show, which we were there early enough. We could have got up close to the castle.
Close to the castle. It was just like this animation that they played this, like,
gorgeous.
It was so fun on the castle. It just played through the stories and then the fireworks. Now we're at the very back of Disney World.
I couldn't see.
Kids are on shoulders of adults.
People had their phones up.
And I'm like,
I could see the top of the fireworks and the very top of the castle.
So I'm like recording. I'm like, everybody else recording, taking pictures. And I'm like, are you seeing this? I'm like, and she's like, I can't see anything. And I'm like, well, go stand up on the curb. And she's like, there's a man up there. Dad had his kids on his shoulders. And she's like, I still can't see. So then some time goes by. And I'm like,
And I'm like,
I
stand
mean,
over here.
no,
No,
and
she said, stand over here.
I
and
said,
you can see.
You have a straight shot if you stand right where I'm at.
I said, get down on my level and tell me if you can see. And she went,
So I squatted down and I was
Oh.
like, oh. And I was like, do you want to get on my shoulders? I was like, I can try to hold you on my back.
so I got to see a little snippets of it.
And then I was trying to hold my phone in front of her face so she could watch it through my phone. So we were all excited about that. Yeah, that didn't work out.
Okay.
So
then it's over.
If y'all haven't met Amy, she could be a Karen.
So then it's over. And there's people going to the park or towards
because after the parade, you don't have to leave.
It's an after show.
You
it's
have
after hours.
You can stay until 11.
And then there's people with families, little children, who are leaving the park.
And Disney, after
Blocks
the show, they
the
block off
sides.
everywhere you can turn. You get one. You either go into this specific spot or you leave. You can't disperse through the whole park yet.
So we were bottlenecked.
I mean, the crampiest cramped I have ever been, and I am a huge germaphobe. And it was like you couldn't move, you couldn't. I'm not a claustrophobic person. I just do not like germs. And so
So I was trying to breathe.
And so I'm leading. I was like, well, I'll just take charge. So Amy had my back and Leah had your back. Like it was single file line. We couldn't walk.
Like we couldn't separate at all or else we would get completely separated, period.
And it was one of those, like, if you didn't walk, you would get trampled. And you've got all these freaking people with their strollers, which, granted, you don't want to hold your kid all day, but, like, it was
crowded.
insane.
And everybody's trying to stay together. So anyway,
we're walking because we wanted to go. We didn't want to leave the park yet. Well, because we had said if we try to leave, then we'll just be sitting in the car stuck in traffic. So let's just go walk around the park and just be here longer. Like that was the best option for us. So we had to go inside the park to the spot they told us to. And so I'm walking, getting to that spot of the park. Well, these
older teenagers. They were probably college spring break, like maybe freshman, sophomore in college ages, with backpacks.
They come
running
pushing
through, people out of the way, like barreling through this crowd.
I don't even know how they were running, but they were. And they smacked Amy in the face or something with his backpack, one of the dudes. And she goes, "Hey, man, watch that or something like,
watch your backpack, watch what you're doing."
Yeah.
Like, there's kids here, and there's kids still on their parents' shoulders, and like,
well,
it's just rude.
So he turns around and starts laughing. And Amy's like, I think you said we're all trying to get to the same place.
Yes, we're all trying to. We have the same agenda.
So
here.
they just keep weaving, going through people.
And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
No.
Oh, that was later.
No,
okay.
They didn't apologize.
Okay.
So then they got stuck behind this stroller lady, and they were trying to cut her off. Well, we caught them at this. We were right at the same time again. And so when he went to cut in front of me, he saw it was us, and he looks at me, the guy with the backpack, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead." Like, he apologized, and he was much nicer. And I was like, no, just go ahead. Well, he had his girlfriend holding his back at this point, and she, like, pulls his pack and gets in his face, and she goes, "No, you just need to be mean to them." And so I turn around, and I told Amy, I was like, "She says she's going to be mean to us."
Well, that didn't go well.
And Amy's like, "Tell her to tell me that. Tell it to my face." And
You want to be mean to somebody? Come be mean to me.
And so then I was like, "Y'all just go ahead. Go." And so then they went and left us alone. And so then there's this lady with her stroller, and Amy's like trying to cut through. And I'm like, I said, "This woman is trying to get to her husband up there. We are going." And I'm like, stopping traffic. I'm like, "We're letting her go to her husband." And she was like, "Thank you. I have been trying to get to him." So she rolled her way, cleared some traffic for her. And then that was it. And Amy said, "Never again will I stay for a parade." Or whatever it was, fireworks.
The fireworks. I'm good. Good if I don't ever have to do that again.
I thought it was fun, especially if we had good seats. But I just love stuff like that. So then the next day was our last day. And we went back. And we rode a couple of things that we didn't ride the first day. Spoiler alert, Disney is not as fun as an adult with the kid rides.
She was so excited to ride Peter Pan.
Well, it was
She was like, "This is the best ride."
No, I said,
so good.
I was like, I remember riding with my dad.
I love this ride.
And then I was like, what the crap is this? I
He
was
got off Peter Pan.
"Ugh."
Leah said, Peter Pan is fire.
We didn't even try It's a Small World. After Peter Pan, we were like, no. And y'all know I love Ernest. So the day we left, he was there. And I had told them while we were at Disney, I said, what if Ernest was here? And I just kept talking about Ernest being there at the same time as us. And then just happened to be the day we left.
And I even had my Ernest shirt on.
So whatever. So yeah, Disney World, I was going to say shows, but rides are not as fun when your expectations are high.
When you have 10-year-old expectations of what they were when you were 10.
I
But
think I was actually 8. If it was 07, I was fixing to be 9.
Tron was by far the best ride.
And I
in
didn't.
Magic
I didn't
Kingdom.
ride it. Did not ride it. But Space Mountain was fun.
And then she was Space Mountain was fun.
Whoa! No, I
Whoa!
understand. Because Space Mountain, you ride in a line, so it went Amy, Leah, and then I was in the very back, so it was just us 3 on our little ride, and it was pitch black because we're in space, so you just kind of see some stars, and it was crazy. Like I thought my neck was gonna break, and so I'm not a screamer. I don't scream on rides. I don't lift my hands. I'm just like.
So excited.
I'm that person. I'm that same person at concerts and stuff. I don't cheer or nothing, even sporting events. But so they're screaming and I'm in the back by myself because it was kind of fun. And I was going, and I'm like looking around wide eyed because it's black. And I'm like, so when we got off, I had to tell them I did have fun on it. And that was the proof. That's the one thing that I do hate, though, is that when we go just the 3 of us, if it's to an amusement park, he's been up there, that's fine. But Amy always says that she'll ride by herself, but I think Leah does need you more than I need you. I'm okay to do it. I don't like the stranger part of it. It's not the anxiety of the ride for me. I don't want to be beside somebody I don't know.
They're a don't know.
Huh?
They are a don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't sit beside me.
But Hollywood Studios rides were fun.
They were fun.
They were very, very
The
very
Star Wars one were really fun.
good.
That was great.
Mm-hmm.
And then that next day, our very last day, we just went and piddled around Magic Kingdom again. And we were actually going to cut that day short because it was bad weather. It had been raining. The wind was bad.
Oh, it was cold.
She was cold. And so we were going to leave. It was like 2:30. And they had a parade at 3 o'clock. And so we were like,
and the rain stopped?
The rain had stopped. It cleared. The sun came out. Because I knew it was supposed to rain that day. So I tried to prepare them. Like, we're going to be at the park during the rain. So, like, we need to plan our lunch to be, like, eating or something when it comes down pouring. So we did plan pretty good. Because we were on a ride when it was raining. Like, we came out and it was the end of the downpour. And, hang on. Ryman. Okay, sorry. He's like a diabetic dog or something. Drinking all that water. So anyway, so it finally stopped raining. The sun was coming out. We were fixing to leave, and we were like, well, there's a parade at 3. I was like, we were like, let's just stay. It's our last day, and we'll go home at 4 o'clock after the parade.
And just pop a squat here. Who cares if our honeys get wet?
Yep, we were just like, so we sat down on the wet cement, and we waited. And then 2:45, 2:50, it's crowded. Everybody's in their spots.
Prime real estate at this point.
And we knew because I asked an employee, I said, will the parade come right here? And he said, yep. And so we knew this was no fireworks show that dwarfs couldn't see. So anyway, then it starts raining. 5 minutes after the rain, the Walt Disney man comes on the thing. Sorry to inform you, but with weather, whatever, there's been a delay in our parade. Please.
For 30 minutes now. He says every 10 minutes.
So now we're already past 3, and now it's 3:15. Here we go. And we sat there. I mean, it rained on us good a couple times. Like we were, I don't want to say soaking wet, but we got wet. And then it would drizzle, but nothing lasted longer than 2 minutes. It was quick.
And it was gone. Like it was gone. I mean, it wasn't coming back.
Yeah, like it kept doing it during the delays, and then it was done. And I mean, the sun came up, and I think everybody was cheering. And then they said, it was like 3:30, And he came on the thing. I think they delayed it one more time. And one of the crew members came to tell, like, the people with the kids, now, we don't know exactly if this will be fully canceled or not, but it will be our half show. So I turned and told them that. And then, like, 5 minutes later, they said over the intercom, the parade has been canceled, but due to whatever, we will do our
rain parade.
Our short version of the rain parade. So now it's like 3:45. And here they come. So everybody's cheering. It was like 2 seconds long. Like 4 people came out.
Like Donald and Daisy and Mickey and Minnie was riding in the car.
Yeah, they just drove by. And
we were like, hey.
Oh, we're soaking wet. So then the parade was over and we left.
Yeah. But with the dogs, Neelan has only one eye.
Yeah. Our one-eyed blind dog.
So in our Airbnb, to go outside in the backyard, you have to go through, like when you leave the back door, there's a pool, and you have to go around the pool to get to the door to go outside to the yard.
Because like in Florida, they all have like those enclosed things. So
yeah. We were so afraid that Neelan was going to fall in the pool and not know.
Because it was on his non-eyeball eye.
But he didn't. He did good.
And they wanted to swim, but we didn't let them.
No, I said no dogs allowed.
But so that was our Disney adventures. Nothing bad happened on this vacation or this trip. We literally had to wait until we got home and we were eating dinner. And we were like, nothing happened.
Nothing bad happened. However, it took us like 8.5 hours to get there and like 10.5 hours to get home.
Yeah, the traffic was horrible.
Horrible.
But we were safe. It was a fun trip. Mm-hmm. We are going to go back. Next time we're going to do Epcot and Animal Kingdom. And I would be okay with doing Hollywood Studios again. I don't think they would want to. I think they want to do Universal again.
By then, Ministry of Magic will be there.
But that was Disney World. Like, we don't have many funny stories. Like, it was straight to business.
Just had fun.
Yeah, those were our funny stories that we had. We had a great time. Took lots of pictures. Ate lots of food.
Got our Disney clothes.
Yep. Disney clothes. All right. But this has been Living Outside the Closet.
Episode, we don't know what.
We're like on season 3 now.
Maybe.
Anyway, we're not going to episode them anymore, season them. This has been Living Outside the Closet, where I'm not Amy.
And I'm not Elizabeth.
But she is a Karen. Rude.
You want to be mean to somebody? Watch your backpack.
I live with you, Karen.
Don't mess with me or my family. Period.
Okay. Thanks for joining in, guys. Bye.